Well, everyone, it is the end of an era. Production of this body-style Powerforce that started originally with Samsung and some of their machines, and then the subsequent Power Glide has finally come to a halt. All these machines are sold out from Walmart. Luckily, before that happened, I saw a post on Vacuum Land. I can't remember who it was by, but thank you for making that post, that this was being redesigned. When I went into my store, they already had stock of the new ones. So I promptly went online, ordered 2 of these, one of which is going to stay in the box. So I'm going to put this current mess of parts all together, and then we'll get started talking about it and get a couple first impressions of how they've cheapened everything and things like that over the years on these. So I'll be right back with you. Alright. So first thing I started with is these horrible bags. These horrible Febreze bags. I've had these before. I've used these before. They're horrible. They smell too strong, at least in my opinion. They don't really eliminate odors, they just kind of mask them. And if you've got pets as the bag gets older, more full, they're basically worthless. So I thought initially that the Cirrus Type A, and this is the same as Simplicity Type A, and Ricard Type A, and if it's Panasonic machines, basically if it takes a Pan UB belt, this will fit it. Thought it would. Didn't. But what did fit, and what I've got stuffed in there now, and I'm not even going to attempt to take the cover back off and fit it back in there to show you, was a Hoover Y, generic Hoover Y HEPA cloth bag. Luckily, this one doesn't have any scented anything else other than that bag. It's just plain old post-motor filter in here. I'm really shocked how much they cheapen this by. I haven't really had hands-on with one of these newer ones, but I'm just shocked how cheap everything feels. Oh, you don't even get the full-length crevice tool anymore. It's just this short little thing. Okay. It doesn't really lock in anymore either. It's just loose. That's kind of a disappointment. This combo tool is the same as always, but still feels slightly cheaper. Failing at doing this one-handed, there we go. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the machine of old anymore. You lose the headlight, you lose 2 height adjustment positions, you lose the bag check indicator. The bristles feel softer than at least the replacements that we have at work. I know the bearings have a horrible habit of failing on these constantly anymore. We get all kinds of them in with that problem. Well, let's take this cheap thing for a run. See what it sounds like. What it cleans like. Because this is one of the ones with the 10 amp motor from what I'm aware of, so not the classic 12 amp one. Let's see. Surprisingly, actually has very good airflow and suction. Wow, that motor winds down quickly. So yeah, it's definitely cheapened. The motor sounds like the normal Bissell motors, but you can tell it's a smaller, much whinier motor. There's a little squeal. I don't know if it'll go away. There's a little bit of a squeal from the belt, or the brush roll, it sounds like, which is kind of odd for these. But yeah, I'm really surprised. It looks very much the same, but it's one of those machines that's just been cheapened so much it doesn't really feel all that similar, or as similar as it should. Let's check and see. Yeah, Hoover Y bag stayed in. A little bit crammed in here. This is the one of the ones that's closer to Z style than a Y in generic, but it works just fine. Secure on the collar. Yeah. So if you want HEPA for these, because I've only seen one HEPA bag for these advertised online, and it was expensive as hell. Something like, I think, $11.99 for 3 of them. Just buy the generic Hoover ones. They fit just fine and they work. Hoover YZ, that is. But yeah, kind of disappointed. Still glad to have it, because again, it is the last of its kind, but they've definitely fallen very far from what they once were, unfortunately, like most of the Bissell lineup currently. But stay tuned, because there are quite a lot of videos that will probably be coming directly after this one.